The Meadows are a talented four-piece multi-instrumental band, and the family band are teaming up with American Celtic singing star Kristyn Murphy for a series of shows named Celtic Journey. They're joining me in the studio for now, but first let's take a taste of their music.
The eldest didn't think much of that. I'll be true to my love if you'll be true to me.
Fantastic. Well, ladies, thank you very much for joining me. Unfortunately, we haven't got enough space on the sofa for everybody, but as we saw there, you've got quite a distinct sound to your music.
Yes, Celtic, classical crossover band.
Okay.
So we're taking elements from the classical world and kind of merging them a bit with the folk Celtic genres.
Fantastic. And as we sort of heard there, Celtic is very upbeat music. It tends to, I mean, images pop in my mind instantly of a party. Is that generally what you find?
Quite frequently.
Yeah.
There's a lot of history and storytelling involved in the Celtic genres.
Yeah, and it tends to really revolve around the storytelling, and even sometimes when the lyrics are sad, it's often to a very upbeat tune.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's definitely a theme with a lot of folk music. It's sad lyrics, happy tune, party time.
I think it's their way of inserting some hope and joy, even if there might not be. It's their way of escaping almost.
And as we saw there as well, you kind of play all your own instruments as well. So is that particularly important in Celtic music that you can play those instruments?
Yeah, there is a lot of that in folk music anyway, and between, the four of us in our band picked up a lot of instruments over the years, and it's just great fun adding them in and seeing where they can fit into the music.
And as we said there as well, there's definitely a distinct difference in some accents going on here. So how did you get involved with the band?
I think it was about 2 years ago. 2 years ago on the 29th,
it was.
we just had a notification. we first networked on Facebook.
Okay. As many people do.
As many people do. I like to say that's the boring story. I think it's more interesting to say, I found a message in a bottle on the beach or something ridiculous like that. But we connected, and collaboration seemed like a natural thing. We both perform similar types of music, and
it's really great having Kristyn over here because it's added a different element to our music, because she's a fantastic singer, so we're really pleased to have her.
And do you find then obviously that the singing complements with the type of music that you're playing as well and the instruments that you use?
Yeah, I think we just it just gelled very quickly. Like within a week of rehearsals, we felt really comfortable to go on stage and perform with Kristyn. It was
That's it, and obviously
really natural.
On stage performing, so you've got a whole tour coming up as well. So
we do.
That's right. We're in the middle of that. We did 3 concerts, 3 shows in Wales last weekend, and we've got lots more coming up.
And Kristyn, you were telling me before the show that you've got sort of Scottish and Irish heritage. So is it such a privilege then to be able to perform this type of music in those places?
It's been amazing. I couldn't have asked for a better start to this tour. Everybody has been very welcoming and encouraging, and I'm so pleased to be here.
Excellent. And obviously we were saying that all the way through that, say, instruments may play a big part. So what instruments is it that you guys play, or is it the endless list?
Well, mainly it's piano, guitar, bodhrán, flute, whistles, violins, and lots of singing.
Yes.
And the songs that you're singing, are they traditional songs, or have you thrown in some of your own music in there as well?
There are quite a few original pieces that we do. Everybody actually writes in the groups, and in the show, actually, Kristyn has written a beautiful song, which
Canvas of Home, which kind of follows the theme of the Celtic Journey show, which is first and foremost a big celebration of all the Celtic nations, but also to celebrate the ties that bind them together. So you have these Celtic places all over the world, on both sides of the Atlantic, and this theme of home is very strong throughout all of the history and the current day happenings in the Celtic nations, and our show reflects that.
And it's interesting you say that theme of home, and that home means and family, and obviously you're a family band for the most part as well. So do you find that's quite a nice link into it?
Definitely, yeah. Because I've got our younger siblings, brother and sister, and adopted family.
Right. They've adopted me for the month, which is awesome.
Yeah, and I think that is a real connection with that genre of music. It's very much based around family.
Find families playing together, and it can be very special then. There's a real connection.
Brilliant. And if anybody else out there wants to be part of that connection, they want to come and see you at one of your shows, where do they find you and how do they get involved?
Sure. Well, we have a website, which is super important to remember, CelticJourneyShow.com, which has all of our dates, current and upcoming. But our most current date is tomorrow at Milford-on-Sea Community Centre at 7.
So that's Friday, Milford-on-Sea. And at about 7 o'clock.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, fingers crossed. Hopefully you have an amazing show. Thank you all very much for coming in to speak to us.
Thank you
very much.